Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Big Boss Debate, where we will talk about the environment today. And what we will do is get the opinions of our students about the environment, whether they are for or against certain topics. And I think I would like to begin with Blanca today. Good morning, Blanca.
Good morning.
It's afternoon.
Okay.
Good afternoon. So,
Good afternoon.
Masha, Blanca, what do you think has happened to the environment in the last 10 years?
Okay.
Everybody else, listen. If you have something to say, make some notes. If you disagree with something that Blanca says or you agree, this is good, okay? So let's see what Blanca has to say about the environment.
So, the environment in the last 10 years has been decreasing a lot in amount of animals and as well as plants. Why? Global warming, contamination, etc. It's as if we were breaking down our own world, and by that we would not damage ourselves if not nature. Isn't that cruel? Well, also there's contamination, and we also.
One moment, guys. I'm going to mute everybody, but not Blanca. Because I can hear lots of different things. Hi, Blanca.
Okay.
Hey, Arsene. Welcome. Okay. Sorry, Blanca.
Also, we have contamination. Yeah, that is very bad because it's harder to see to see the sky wall and also the stars at night. And that is also bad because it can maybe, if it gets to a very bad point, it can damage our lungs and the animals. No. Then there's also plastic. I was talking about air pollution.
Yeah.
And there's also plastic contamination in the seas, and that's like very bad because we all can't deny we like to look at a clean sea with a translucent, but that is not going to be possible in the next 30 years, and it's getting worse every time from the last 10 years. And we will the only thing we will see in the sea is plastic and dead animals by plastic.
All right, thank you very much, Blanca. Does anybody, everybody can now speak. Does anybody disagree? Does anybody disagree with Blanca? With something that she said?
Neil, is it okay with my connection?
Yes, hello, Arsen, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
We also have somebody else is joining right now. It's Andrea. Hello, Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Jeff?
He wants to be called Jeff sometimes.
Jeff, it's Andrian, yes?
It's Andrea, yes. Hi, Jeff.
Tatiana is Andrea now.
His name is Eka today. All right, does anybody agree with anything that Blanca said here?
No.
Yes, Masho.
I agree with all of the things that she said, because if the ocean is really and if the environment stops to produce a lot of waste and recycle a lot of things, that will be much better.
Yeah. What do you think? What is the worst thing that people are doing? If you have an answer to this question, please put your hand in the air. Everybody is from a different country here, and each country has a different approach to the environment. For example, in America, Donald Trump, he doesn't believe in the environment or global warming, for example, which is ridiculous. Teeth.
I think a very bad thing in Germany is that a lot of people throw their rubbish in the environment, and that is very bad. Yes.
Yes, Misha, do you want to?
I think in Russia there is like there is a salt to snow melt, but like because of global warming there is not a lot of snow at uh, winters, so they put soap on just a ground without any snow, and it went it's going into the ground, and so there are plants and some animals who live in there are dying.
So,
Neil, can you hear me?
is it Andrea?
Yes.
Yes, I think.
There's one Andrea and one Jeff.
Andrea? Are there two Andreas or just
Yes.
one? Sorry, so Misha, you think that the salt that they put on the floor is bad for the environment?
Yeah, because it's washed with some radioactive stuff.
Some
So,
chemical.
so it's going through stone, ground, everything.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought of this. This is a good point. Blanca?
So in Barcelona, there's a lot of plastic contamination.
Do you find in Barcelona from the local people or from tourists? Because there's a lot of tourists in Barcelona right now.
Both.
Yeah.
Like, and in the sea, so well, in all Spain, the seas, all like the beaches, they are all like, well, not full, but you can find like cans and plastic bags and.
Right. Anastasia, what do you think about the environment? What has happened in the last 10 years? Let me just mute everybody for a second. No, actually, I won't. It's okay like this. Anastasia.
I think that like the environment is like decreasing, as Blanca said, but like also many people are like thinking that this is a very serious issue and maybe are doing like many good things, but still there are many people that doesn't understand these things. So it's like maybe a bad thing that the environment is decreasing, but that is making many people realize that we have to do something to save our planet.
Yeah. Leanne?
So I just wanted to say that now the environment, I think it's getting better because of Corona and the
Yes.
a lot of things which are not longer which we can not longer do.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Sorry, go on. Finished?
Yes.
I just want to say something based on what Leanne just said. So, do you think that it's like one of the, if we're going to try to be positive about the current situation, the coronavirus, do you think it's positive that people are driving less, people are using less planes, I think people are also like
Not going to factories.
yeah, factories are closed, people are maybe growing more food instead of buying. Like yesterday I had some food delivered and here I have avocados in plastic. I don't need this plastic, you know. But in my garden, I started to grow vegetables, so there's no plastic. So do you think there's less plastic now as well in the world? Peace.
So I think it's very good for the environment, and I think a lot of people don't use their cars anymore, so a lot anymore, or fly with planes, because I think the most flights are cancelled now. But it's very bad for the industry, and without industry, I think nothing would work in this world. So yeah, so it's good for the environment, but not good for the industry.
Yeah, for the economy, like in the whole world.
Can I say something?
Let me just ask somebody else, Blanca. We'll come back to you in a second. Arsene, what do you think about what has happened to the environment in the last 10 years?
I think last 10 years we had a lot of dirty lakes and a lot of dirty places because people are don't don't thank the plants, because if in the world there were not plants, we could not breathe, because they are giving our oxygen. So I think it's sometimes bad, but sometimes we are helping how we can.
Yeah.
So
Anybody want to say something what Arsene said?
No.
Blanca?
No, mine is for what Leanne said.
Okay, go on.
So, like, the other day, in the like, it's true because in the wait, no, well, I'll say it after.
Matilde, what do you think about the environment in the last 10 years? What has happened?
I think the big problem is plastic in the world, because my grandparents say to me, say to me that when they were younger, they used metal bottles, or something that is not plastic, for in the kitchen, like in the kitchen they use how to say where to put clothes when you wash your clothes. Yes.
Does anybody know what this is? I know.
Yes.
Washing machine?
Yes.
No, not washing machine, but yes, like
Laundry.
I mean,
a place, plastic place where put clothes.
Drying machine, like a drying.
No, it's not a machine, but
it's like at the place where we are
Microplastic.
washing our clothes. Yes.
yes. I don't know how to
Sink.
say it.
The washing machine?
Yes,
No, I know this place, but I forgot how it calls.
yes, it's that.
River?
I
With
understand
tea.
you. Yes.
What is it?
With tea, yes. Someone said when a word with tea. And I don't.
Laundry.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
I think it's
like a place.
Like in the river.
Yes.
No tea. No, it's with tea. No tea.
I have no idea.
I don't know what to say to you.
Maybe if you know it in another language, you can put it in the translator.
Yes, like bacinella.
Describe it.
A basin, like a basin. Yes.
Oh, so in the past, people used to
Laundry.
No, basin.
Basin.
No?
There is a basin.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So you mean
Before,
people wash their clothes?
Yeah, the
once,
people that like.
Yeah, basin. Yes.
Like this? Like this? Yeah?
Hand wash.
No. Yeah.
What is that?
No.
No, and wash, but I don't know how to say in English.
If you know
Not problem.
if you know
And like Yes. Yes, basin,
Oh.
like methyl basin. I don't know.
Yeah. So what
As I say,
are you saying? Like your grandparents in the past, they would wash their clothes in a
yes,
metal. Ah, okay.
metal.
So
Yes, like now in the plastic, in plastic base.
okay, I understand. So in the past, yeah, all right.
Yes,
Now there is more plastic now. Everything is made from plastic.
yes.
Okay. Very
I
good.
don't know how to say.
Samuele,
I think that the last 10 years the environment has got worse with a lot of problems like plastic and pollution, but at the same time, in the people has growth a spirit of awareness that we have to do something about this. We cannot go on with this waste of plastic, with this pollution.
yeah, I agree. Victorian, do you have any thoughts?
I think that the biggest problem has been the mentality of people. Like people don't want to be aware or weren't really aware of what happened with the environment. And for example, in France, like the biggest problem is because people use their cars too often.
Yeah.
So basically, in Paris, they set a rule which was to ban cars in Paris one Sunday per month. But like people don't follow that through. So I think the problem is the mentality of people.
Yeah. Masha?
Like, I think I have to say something like 1,000 years ago, the planet like the Earth was like really clean and no one had to worry about that. But now, when like everything is like upside down, like the Earth has like a protection around it, and it protects us from the sun and
Okay, 1 second.
The atmosphere.
One moment. What's the name of this protection?
I don't know.
Atmosphere.
There is another word for this.
Stratosphere.
Atmosphere.
Another word.
Stratosphere.
Now
Solar, no.
it begins with the letter O.
I know it in Spanish. The ozone zone. Or something like that.
The ozone layer.
Yes, something like that.
Sorry, Masha. This is called the ozone layer around the Earth.
And it
Like
protects us from meteorites, star. It protects us from like almost everything, like to not get a lot of sun and not to get burned. And every single year, that protection is getting like smaller and smaller. And one day, the protection will be gone. And I think in like 100 years, protection will be like all destroyed and that kind of stuff from waste. Like imagine how much people are like burning their waste to not like pay, to not like recycle or to not pay and like to not pay anything, and that's the problem.
Yeah, I agree. Katerina, do you have any thoughts? Natalia, are you there?
It's not Alia.
All right, no problem. So, guys, I am old, as you can see. I am now 19 years old.
Oh. No, I think you are nearly 40. 40.
That's true.
No, I would like to give you nearly 39, 38.
Thank you, Arsene. Minus 10.
91.
Minus 10 house points. So, guys,
Why?
because you were saying I'm an old man. I'm
No.
a young man. I'm 37 years old. Okay.
Really?
So I just look old on the TV, on the camera. in real life, you know, you saw me in real life, I look 21. Because I am old, I can see from my life things which have changed a lot. And one thing which has changed a lot in my life is, number one, travel. When I was young, travel was, okay, it's expensive now, but now you can fly, like if I want to go to Siena, for example, to see Samuele, Anastasia, Matilde, my flight is £30. If I want to go to Lille to see Victorian, I can take the train for £30. If I want to go to Germany, again, it's like £30. To Spain, £30, sometimes cheaper. So now, where even to go to Tbilisi or to Kazakhstan a few weeks ago, my flight was, I mean, it's a 7-hour flight. It was like £200, something like this, to fly to Kazakhstan, which is cheaper than it was in the past. So people are traveling a lot more. When I was young, I never went, the first time I went on a plane, I was 17 years old because it wasn't normal for everybody to always fly everywhere. People now, people's diets have changed. When I was young, people would eat more fresh food. People would eat vegetables more. People would eat fruit more. But now people are eating rubbish, you know, like McDonald's.
Yeah.
I hate McDonald's.
You're going to say,
Yeah, me too.
Not just McDonald's, but in the UK, when you go to supermarkets, for example, now there is the coronavirus. When you go to I haven't been to the supermarket for 5 weeks or more, but
trailers.
I read in the news that in the supermarkets in England, all of the pizzas, all of the burgers, all of the kind of junk food is gone, but everywhere you can find fresh veg, all of the shops, lots of stuff like this, fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, but no junk food. Everybody's buying junk food, and this is very bad for the environment to produce all of this junk food. And one final thing, fashion. Lots of clothes now are very, very cheap. Like in the UK, we have Primark, where you can buy a t-shirt for £1, for £2. And then you wear it, you throw it in the bin, and it's very bad for the environment. Who wants to say something? Blanca, you wanted to say something?
Yes, that also there's like for clothes there's animal skin.
Yeah.
And like for carpets and this, and it's really bad.
Okay, one last thing, Masha, then we will move to the next point.
Can I be the first?
I have to say that in that like every time that I have like smaller clothes, or like when I was like a smaller kid, like when I was 6 or 7 years old, I stopped playing with toys. So we always gave it to the foster homes and like to the homeless people and that kind of stuff. My mother never let me go to foster homes and like to homeless people because she knew that I will be afraid.
Oh. So you gave all of your toys to these guys?
Yeah, so like, and sometimes we're giving, like, my mom knows a lot of poor persons that like doesn't have enough money. So we're giving them like plus food and clothing, toys, and that kind of stuff.
Very nice. That's very kind. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is, in your countries or in the world, who is better at protecting the environment, the government or you guys, the people?
Can I start, please? Okay, so in my opinion, this is not true. So the government does not take as much action as necessary, because, for example, me and my family recycle a lot, and we don't use much light. But the government does not care in using more or less light. For instance, there's Greta Thunberg, that she went calling for governments to interaction, and there weren't a lot that supported her. If not, there were only a lot of individual persons. So, if you look at it on Google, there are just a couple of answers saying that So if you look at which governments help the environment on Google, there are just a couple of answers saying that for acid rain there is this one, only one. For ozone layer there is that. But no, but have we ever actually seen them act?
True, very true. Does anybody have anything to say?
No, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
What's it like in Italy, Matilde? Do the government try to encourage people to protect the environment, or are the people helping the environment more?
Yeah, the government yes says to people to respect the planet, but I think people don't know lots of times that you have to respect the land and also the animals, I think. Because in Italy, at the north of Italy, yes, this is respect, but on the south of Italy, like in Napoli, is not so this, I think.
Yeah. What about in
There
Germany?
are, yes, a lot of rubbish.
Yeah, yeah. What about in Germany, Katrina? I think she isn't here today. Leanne,
No, sleep.
how is it? How is it in Germany? Do the government help to protect the environment, or do the people do a lot?
I don't know because I think it's different.
Huh?
Also nein, difficult? No, different, because some people are doing so much and some people are doing near to nothing. But I think the gov- government
Government.
is doing some things like just cleaning the streets or yeah things like that. And because I think the people could do so much if the government wouldn't help, because we don't have the possibility to do this much like the government, but I don't think that is enough.
Very
I
good.
think yes, I'm finished. I don't know how to say it, but that was it.
Thank you. T, do you agree with your fellow country person?
Yes, so partly. So I think average person in Germany does more for the environment than the government, because, so for example, a lot of people demonstrate against the I need to look up coal-fired power stations, so that they close soon. And yes, it doesn't work. It didn't work very good, but yes. But I think yes, the people do more for the environment than the government.
Thank you. What about in Russia, Misha?
In Russia, the government sell forests to China,
Oh, really?
and they sell Baikal as well.
And then what happens to the forest?
They don't have a lot of forests in China, so they're buying ours and just taking them to make things to sell to us.
So in Russia, you have less and less forests because China are buying your forest.
But no, they're renting it, and they rent Baikal.
Renting it. That's amazing. I never knew this. Natalia, are you there?
She is muted.
And
Samuele, do you agree or disagree? What about in Italy? So the government is better protecting the environment?
He has the
Yeah,
microphone.
the government is making some initiatives to save the environment, but the most important role is played by the citizens that have to pay attention to all the rules to maintain the environment good.
Yeah, and in France, Victorian?
Well, I believe that the French government just says typical sentences like help the environment just because they are forced to, like because there were many associations acting for the environment that claimed files against the government for non assisting the environment.
Yeah.
And when you see like videos on YouTube of people that clean the street, etc., they are not rewarded by the government. So the government doesn't encourage people to clean the environment. So yeah.
Yeah, here in the UK, definitely the people are doing more than the government. For example, in the area where there is Buxwood School, where you can find Boss, the local government does not have a recycling scheme, which means in school, it's basically impossible for, we can do it, but it's impossible for us to have one bin for paper, one bin for plastic, one bin for glass. We leave the bin and then the recycling people collect the different bins. What we can do is do it ourselves, but there is no system in place from the local government for this system. Leanne?
So in my school, we have this different kinds of trash for paper, for plastic, and for other
bins.
And yes.
Very good. Masha?
So there's like this kind of thing that you have a jar, like just a normal jar, and you're putting your waste in it, and you're trying to make as like little waste. I'm gonna show you just a second. This this kind of jar, and they're like collecting it and that kind of stuff.
That's amazing. At the end of this, in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I want us to come up with our top 10 tips for protecting the environment, okay? Arsen, in Kazakhstan, do the government help protect the environment or more the people?
I think it's 50-50 because in the city we have a lot of bins. Also near the Expo 2017, maybe you heard it. So yeah, so there is a lot of bins which is for plastic, for paper, and for others. They are showing how can we help to the nature, and I think it was the idea of the it was the idea of peoples, because the director of Expo who create this Expo, he think about the future and about us, because children's is the most part, or the most like, how can I say,
important.
Yeah, they important of the future, because we have the whole life in the future. So I think the people is helping mostly. So in Kazakhstan, it's like people.
Yeah, all right. So guys, if you agree with me, please go like this. If you disagree with me, go like this, okay?
Blanca have some wallpapers, I think.
Yeah,
Or what is that?
Yes.
that's cool, isn't it? So, do you agree that we should all use? I'm on the beach, man. Do you agree that we should all? Let me turn this off. Sorry. Do you agree that we should all use electric cars? Agree?
Yes, I agree. I agree.
I know. Can I say my?
Can I say? Can I say?
One moment,
Okay,
please.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, no. If you want to go, go.
No, you can. You can. I will. I will later. You
Okay.
can. You
Okay.
can.
All right, guys. I'm just going to mute Blanca and Arsen because now they think they are the teacher. So I would like, I would like Victorian because I saw his hand first. Victorian, why do you disagree that we should use electric cars?
Yeah, I saw a lot of studies made in France that the battery used in electric cars goes to the ground afterwards, and it pollutes way more than typical cars.
Okay.
So basically, if there are rules set, like if the mentalities change for people to use less the cars, I think this is just the best solution to the problem.
All right.
I can talk.
Also, I saw Matilda, you disagree with electric cars. Why?
Yes, because the problem is the battery, I think. Yes, it's not last a lots of time, I think. And but for cars, not for bus, like bus or yes, for bus, I think,
All
or
right.
or trains. For me, the electric is important for trains and buses,
Okay.
yes, but not for cars.
Blanca, do you disagree also? Okay, I will unmute you.
No, I can unmute myself.
Okay, Blanca, why do you disagree with electric cars?
Okay, so I have a quite long speech.
Very long speech. All right, let's try to make this speech 60 seconds maximum.
Okay, no, it's not so long. In my view, this is not good, as a lot of electric stations would need to be built if everyone used electric cars, because there are some, but there are not enough for everyone. That could cost thousands or millions of pounds, dollars, or euros if it needs to be put all around the world. So my second argument is that the amount of electric cars now there are is all right, because we have tons of petrol stations that we could not use if we have an electric car. So like, as we wasted a lot of money building petrol stations, now it's the best thing to use them. Also, please consider the following evidence. There are 4,029,614 stations approximately around all the world, and 21,876 electric charging stations around all the world also. So as you may have realized, the number is much smaller. So shouldn't we consider staying as we are now? Okay, you may be thinking that normal cars contaminate a lot, but different types of liquids, like they are creating they are using human urine to create a fuel, are being used now for cars, and for instance they can use the service stations and they don't pollute as much. And that's it.
Thank you, Blanca. Does anybody? Yes, Leanne.
I want to say something. I think it's not good if we all switch to electric cars, because our old cars would be rubbish, and we wouldn't. We would be like so much trash. And like the other ones say, the battery to produce the battery is toxic, and so many people have to die for this.
Yeah.
So I think we should stay like we are, or stop driving by car, but not doing like everybody has to drive by
This
electric.
is very interesting, guys. I thought everybody would say yes, yes, yes. Let's use electric cars. Does anybody think we should use electric cars?
Can I say I disagree with electric cars?
Okay. Please.
So I think we should use electric cars, but we should only use electric cars or buy electric cars if we would buy a new car. So if we have a full car or a full, I don't know how to pronounce it, and we would buy a new, we shouldn't buy another fuel car. Yes, but yeah, it shouldn't be mandatory, so that everybody has to do it.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, Neil.
Yes, Matilda.
I have to go now.
Before you leave, shall we take a photograph while you're still here?
Okay, yes.
Everybody, please.
Wait, then I take
Oh, Katrina is
Neil.
here.
Where?
Oh,
I
so
can see
Alex
her.
is here.
Natalia, put on the camera.
Okay, what shall we do for the photograph today? I think we should all look very serious. Okay, so today, guys, we will have serious faces. You ready?
I can't do that.
Are you ready? 3.
Oh, no.
Hi, Natalia. 3. Serious face. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Neil, can I say
Thanks.
something?
That wasn't serious.
Good
Yes, your
afternoon.
face wasn't serious.
Yes, Arsene.
I think about the electric cars. I disagree with electric cars
Okay, why?
because it's 50-50 if you drive by electric cars or by just cars, because the oil is we are taking from the nature. Yes, correct. So, and if we will take the nature, the part of nature, it will be not so good too, like with just cars. And because if we will not take oil, for example, we can't do a plasmas, because plasmas is doing from the oil, and the sun batteries is doing from plasmas by plasmas, and the plasmas is doing from oil by oil.
Okay.
So, and I think it will be 50-50 how we will drive by energy car or by diesel car. It's, I think, doesn't matter.
Interesting. Okay. I would like now, we have 10 minutes left, so I would like to spend 5 minutes coming up with Boss Online students' top 10 tips to save the environment. Does anybody have a top tip that we can add to our list? Masha, number 1.
So my top 10 tip is, I'm going to show you the picture, to use this kind of material.
Okay, so material that you can reuse.
Metal straws, like bamboo toothbrushes, bamboo forks.
I have a question, Masha. Like, are you Visco? Do you know what it is?
I am. So, Masha, to use reusable materials.
Yes.
So, like bamboo toothbrushes, things like this. Number 2, does anybody have a tip number 2, Leanne?
Just drive more by bike.
Use your bike more. Does anybody have number 3? Samuele?
use renewable energies.
Such as?
The energy from the wind, from the water.
Okay, Anastasia?
We should grow more trees and plant more plants.
Grow more trees and plant more plants.
Yes.
Number 5, Tees?
If you are able to use a train, underground, or a bus, use them.
Use public transport more.
Hmm?
Okay. Number 5 is use public transport. Number 6. Victorian, do you have any ideas?
Maybe buy local clothes.
Again, sorry?
Buy local clothes, maybe.
Buy less clothes.
Local clothes, like don't come from, like, I don't know, China, or when you're European.
So buy locally.
Yeah.
Good idea. 7.
Me.
Yes.
All that we like that every house has its own set of different bins, like this plastic bin, food like organic bin.
Okay, each house has its own bins.
Yes.
Natalia. Oh, Misha, sorry, go on.
We can stop doing things on factories that you don't need, like what? I don't know.
Like cola.
Huh? You know, like things like maybe I don't know.
So stop producing so much in factories.
What does that mean?
Is that what you mean?
No, what's the meaning of in factory?
Well, what was your tip again?
That we should stop producing things that we don't really need.
Okay, very good. Stop producing things we don't need. Natalia, do you have a top tip to save the environment?
Oh, yes. We should stop throwing trash in the nature.
Stop. Protect nature. Katrina, do you have a top tip? She fell asleep again. Alison, do you have a tip?
I think we should like to walk more than drive the car, to
Walk
to
more.
clean our I forgot how it calls, air, to clean our air, to breathe with clean air.
To clean the air, okay. That's 10 tips, okay. Tees.
I have another tip, maybe eat less meat and animal products. So yeah.
Go vegan. Like me. But this is the biggest. Like food and fashion are the two most, two things which are worst for the environment. Masho.
And I think, like, about the clothing stuff, I prefer to go like everyone. I think like a better idea to buy clothes is to go going thrift shopping. It's like a place where you can buy clothes that already someone used and they don't want to use it one more time, and but you need to wash it well. No one knows where it is.
So buy second-hand clothes.
I'm not going to do that.
This is a really good idea. Sorry, Misha? What did you say?
I don't think a lot of people will do that.
Like in America, there's a lot of people that are doing that, and like also like you can go there and you can like put your clothes that you're not using, and my friend is like mostly shopping there because of like that waste stuff, and she is telling me that there's like a lot of really pretty things, and it's like the same as like normal stores.
Yes, I agree. I do this. I really
Yeah.
like this T-shirt. Normally in the shop is £80, but I went on eBay and I found it for £15, and it was new because somebody bought it and it didn't fit, and they didn't take it back to the shop. So then they sold it, and I bought it. Cheap, nice.
And can I say the thing of nobody should use a car?
Somebody already did.
No. Not like for the 10 tips. The one of the arguments. Then.
We don't have time, Blanca, and your arguments are very long.
Okay.
Do you?
No, it's short. It's short.
10 seconds.
20.
Go.
Okay. On the other hand, in my opinion, this is the most reasonable thing to do. For instance, just in Spain, we have 15,900 kilometers of railway, 9 different metros, 20 different trolley cars, 15 different cable cars, and tons of public and private buses. By 215, 1,651,946 people went in bus regularly. So if we have all these facilities around, as they are cheaper than buying a car, shouldn't we use them?
Yeah. Yes, we should. Any more top tips to save the environment? Leanne?
So I think it's very simple, but just recycle or use things twice.
Yeah. Reuse things. Good one. Okay, guys, we are running out of time.
Anil, can I say one more thing, and that's it?
Yeah.
If you like not like the better thing is for like girls and boys to like make homemade things, but like not go to the shop, and like exceptionally for girls they're putting like a lot of cream on their faces, like and they can like use homemade things like bananas and that kind of stuff to put on your face.
Do you do bananas?
Yes, both.
I think that's a good idea. Very good. Okay, guys. Misha, do you want to say something?
Yeah. In Russia, in Russian schools, they're doing a lot of paper tests, writings, like stuff. But like they're doing 100 for 18 people. So they're throwing all of them away. That's what they don't need, and they what we done, they just making that from like they're throwing them away as well. So they're wasting like a forest every day.
Wow. So what is your tip?
To stop doing that and put it into the bin so we can recycle it.
More. Very good. I agree. Okay, guys, we need to start finishing now. Does everybody know what we are doing tomorrow?
Yes, International Night.
Night?
International Day.
Yeah, International Day.
Victorian, if you are going to be here tomorrow, you need to produce a 5-minute maximum presentation about France. Okay, like in school.
I think mine will be nearly 2 or 3 minutes.
Neil, can I say something?
Yeah.
So me and Matteo, we're in the same class, and our teacher is always fighting about like wasting stuff. Like, but one time he told me and Natalia to help clean the classroom, so we helped him and we went to like super drill thingy, and we saw like minimum 50 bottles of 2 liter waters, like plastic bottles of 2 liters, like minimum like 50. And he said, we didn't say, but we were laughing because he's always complaining about wasting stuff.
Yeah, everybody should have a bottle that they can fill all the time.
Yeah, and every single day he's like drinking almost five of the things. And when like someone takes out a bottle, he's saying that never ever bring water to school because it's it is really bad for the environment and that kind of stuff.
Hi, Samuele.
Yeah.
You have 2 Samueles. Okay, guys, any questions?
No.
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 Thank you
No.
all for your top
Thank
tips.
you.
I have them
Thank you.
written down here. Tomorrow
Okay.
at 1 o'clock, we will have the International Day. Samuele, are you okay with International Day? Do you have any questions?
No, I'm okay.
Katrina?
Yeah.
There's 2 Samueles.
There's 2 Samueles. We are very lucky.
I have to leave. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, guys.
Tomorrow.
Bye.
Tomorrow, Alicia will come.
Bye.
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 See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, Misha. Bye, Masha. Bye, Samuele.
Bye.